Hi guys, those that are jumping on, I put a message up a little bit ago that I would be doing a live Facebook kind of comparison with any Q&A, questions and answers about Facebook compared to LinkedIn. And one of the big things that I'm learning, in a digital age that we're in right now, for people that are building online businesses, that are in network marketing, that are in online marketing, it's really, really important to stay up on the trends and the reasons why people might be doing one thing over another. So I wanted to block off some time for you guys and answer any specific questions that you had in regards to LinkedIn, Facebook, with how they work or the difference between the two. So actually, Alex, that's a great question. Alex asked, why, if LinkedIn is better than Facebook, why is there video on Facebook and not LinkedIn? And what I can tell you is this: it's a great question. And Microsoft bought out LinkedIn about 14 months ago, and they are doing it to compete with the capabilities that Facebook has, Facebook Live and everything else. So in the near future, there hasn't been an official announcement, but they will have video capability on LinkedIn as well to obviously compete with not so much Facebook, but with the way to connect with your audience. So great question, Alex. And again, as you jump on, thank you for those that are with me live. For those that are watching the replay, you can feel free to write in any questions after this is done, and I'll be happy to get back to you. You can also inbox me at any point to ask me specific questions outside of this, but whatever you guys want to know, whatever differences that you may feel yourself there are, please, ask. Don't hold back. Just let me know. And I know that there was a message earlier that said both are a necessity, which is key, and that is right. Both these platforms are a necessity to grow any online business. So the more exposure that you can get, the better it is. And that's what people need to realize. So, again, if there's any specific questions that you guys have, write them as they come in, and I'd be happy to obviously, give you guys some answers. So whatever you guys are feeling, whatever questions you guys might have, feel free to share. I just want to turn this real quick. So ask away. So again, the fact that there has been a change in the platform of LinkedIn recently, obviously that is something that is really, really important for people to focus on. So, it's one of those things where, what's up, Zach? It's one of those things where, Tom asked about, biggest reason 90% of the people on LinkedIn are successful professionals, and there are specific international groups you can join and target. So the good thing about LinkedIn, and Tom brings up a great point, is the fact that, Facebook is a social media platform for personal use. So yes, people are using it to grow an online business, but that's not why it was created. It was actually created to connect people from different points in your life. LinkedIn was created for the specific purpose for business professionals to connect with each other, because people are on LinkedIn for two reasons. They're on there for opportunities to connect with new individuals, and they're on there for opportunities to increase their income. So if you're someone that has a network marketing business, direct sales, online marketing, internet marketing, anything that requires people where you can provide a platform for others to grow, you actually have something to offer every single person on there. So again, thank you for all those that are joining. It's good to see everybody on here. Again, this is an open forum, so if there's any specific questions that you guys have, don't hold back. Don't feel like you can't ask me anything, because, in all of the years that I've been doing this, if you don't ask, you'll never find out. And Bill is right. Hashtag game changer. It is a game changer. If the one thing that I still don't understand is, Facebook has their system set up where you're only allowed 5,000 friends, and then you have followers. And, once you reach 5,000 friends, you can't send any more connection requests. You actually have to go back and delete people. And that's something that I don't understand. With LinkedIn, there's no cap. There's no level of how many people you can connect with on a daily basis and network that you can build. For me, I've gone from 600 connections to just under 15,000 in the last year and a half plus. So you have to think about that aspect. It's important to have multiple platforms going of ways to connect with people. But in the same, you want to make sure that you're part of a platform where you have unlimited growth. You have unlimited potential. That's what it's all about. So again, I'm going to keep this on. I blocked off a half hour for everyone because I want you guys to ask me questions, about the differences that I've experienced with LinkedIn. Jody says, spot on. Wyatt Cap. Yep. If it's an inappropriate page, why not? It's the truth. The fact is that now, Facebook wants you to start business pages, which you have to pay for people to like it, to engage with it. And, social media, the digital age that we're in, there should be no limit on how many people we can connect with. We should be able to connect with as many people as we want. And the more people that we can connect with, the more people that we can impact. That's what it's about. But again, there is a purpose to every single social media platform. Facebook and LinkedIn are the complete opposite. So you have to remember, as a foundation, Facebook was created to reconnect people that knew each other in a specific time, whether that was high school, university, anywhere else. LinkedIn's the opposite. Jody asked, do you find more serious people up front, one or the other? So it's a great question, Jody. So I was actually talking about this with someone yesterday. I personally, and this is just because of all the conversations I've been having, I have found more non-committal people and more skeptical people on Facebook as opposed to LinkedIn. There's people that reach out to me and reach out to many of you about a way that we can assist them. And whether if you're into nutritional cleansing or some sort of transformational program where you're providing visual aids or transformations to allow people to get curious about what you're doing, where they then ask, what is it you're doing? And you send them an inbox saying, hey, Jody would love to tell you more. What's the best day, time, and number to reach you on so we can discuss your goals and how I can assist. And then you get the radio silence. You see the person read the message and then they just never respond. And you're scratching your head like, this person reached out to me. I'm just asking to talk to them on the phone. Why won't they commit? Or you send them a message and they read it, they respond back to you, but they don't want to get on the phone with you. They just want you to send them information, that's not how we do this. Or you set up a call with them and they don't show up. Or they cancel that appointment at the last minute. Something came up. And then when you ask, well, when can we reschedule? And I'm really busy right now. I don't know when. And so on LinkedIn, it's the opposite. You're doing the reaching out. So you're asking that person, hey, would you like to talk? Do you have any time this week to speak? And that person's either going to say yes or no. So, and when you're in a business professional setting network like LinkedIn, people are used to being on the phone. They're used to communicating that way. They're used to being open. So for me, I'm finding more people are open just to the conversation and to connecting with people on LinkedIn more so than Facebook. Because remember, Facebook, people are on there for their own personal reasons. They're on there to shed a little bit of their life, whether it's their kids, their pets, their food, their trips. They're not doing it for business purposes. But again, if you guys watched a video of mine that I posted about a month ago, 6 years ago, in the United States, 1 out of every 20 people were involved in some online business, whether it's internet marketing, network marketing, direct sales, MLM, 1 out of every 20. So there was a big pool of people to actually connect with. 6 years later, at the end of 2016, that number has been cut in half. 1 out of every 9.8 people are involved in some sort of online business, because this is the easiest way to connect with the masses. Facebook has recognized this, and they've actually changed the algorithm where you're not getting the best engagement because they don't want it used for that. That's why they're pushing people to start business pages where they can sell things and they can promote things away from their personal page. LinkedIn's the opposite. LinkedIn, everyone is on there for their business. They're on there to grow their business. They're there to increase their business. They're there to offer their business. So it doesn't matter if you're in online marketing or internet marketing or direct sales on LinkedIn, or if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're into real estate or some sort of investment banking. Everyone is on there for the sole purpose to grow their business. That's one of the big differences. So to sum up Jody's question, there are more people that are serious on LinkedIn than I feel on Facebook, because again, you're having product users come in from Facebook, but you do want business people to come into your business. You want people with that business mindset. You don't want to have to convince anyone to share and to post about certain things, because then the excuse train shows up. My kids, my job, I don't have any time. You want people that are driven, that are motivated, that are open, that are coachable, that will do what's required. So I always tell people on LinkedIn, you lead with the opportunity, but you close with the products. That's what it's about. So Jody, great question. Thank you for all those that continue to join. Those that are on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in and checking it out. Again, I have about 20 minutes, and again, I wanted to keep this open. Whatever questions you guys have, even if you're not in network marketing or internet marketing and you have a business, there's ways for you to actually grow that business on LinkedIn. There's a lot of people that promote what they do on Facebook, which is great because it's lifestyle, but the everyday person that either works for someone or works for themselves can still use LinkedIn for that purpose. So again, feel free to ask whatever questions you want, because it's only getting bigger. The digital age and the social media age, it's only increasing. There's going to be new platforms in the next 2 to 3 years. So if all of this is resonating for those that are watching, if you can give me some thumbs or hearts or smiley faces just to know that this is absolutely resonating with you. I just want to make sure everyone is receiving the right kind of content where you can take some of this and apply it to what you're doing. Thank you for the heart. Okay, so it is resonating. Any questions at all? Susan asks, I have a profile on LinkedIn that is probably 3 years old. What is the first thing I should do to update my profile? Great question. So Susan, I was actually in your position when I got back on LinkedIn. I had a profile, and I'll tell you that. And Melissa says, hi Scott, can you elaborate how you lead with the opportunity and close with the products? Absolutely, I will get to that next. So basically, the first thing you want to do on your profile is make sure that it's complete. You want to make sure that your education is filled out. You want to make sure that any involvement in any philanthropy is filled out. All of your skills and endorsements that you want to be endorsed on are there. You want to make sure that everything that you do, obviously in whatever industry that you're in, you want to make sure everything is listed. So, you have to understand LinkedIn, your profile is your resume. You want people to know exactly who you are, what you do, and what you're about. And the summary, which appears underneath your profile, is also very, very, very important. And you want to make sure that you're not like writing some big drunkalog about what you're doing. You want to make sure that you're writing something that's relative to a little bit about what you do, who you are, and what you're about. So like if you're an educator, I've spent the last 20 years as an educator teaching all those around me, how to believe in themselves. And in being a mother or being a father, being a husband, being a wife, I've realized that life is short and you should never never take life for granted, and you should never miss a minute. And in seeing life through the eyes of my children and my husband and my wife, I realized that I now have a passion for showing all those around me how to live the best life possible. So it's really opening up to people and letting them really know who you are and what you want to be doing. You don't want to do what everyone else is doing. You really want to let yourself to open up and let people into you, because you don't want to push people away. You want to draw people in. So you want to make sure that your profile is complete, it's full, and it's about you. And then to answer Melissa's question is, how to lead with the opportunity and close on the products. So Susan says, so stay at home rockstar mama. I would go away from maybe stay at home mom. I would maybe put home-based business or online-based business, something like that. You want to make people really understand that you do have a business. And when you put stay at home mom, yes, that's a job. Don't get me wrong. That is a job in itself. Being a mother, being a father is a job. But you want to let people know that it's more than that. You actually run a business from home, home-based business, or, anywhere-based business, something along those lines. So I hope that answered your question. And I will let anyone know, if anyone wants to know more in depth, all you have to do is direct message me or send me an inbox. And I always do free 15-minute phone calls asking some questions and can tell you a little bit more about what I do. So always feel free to drop me an inbox. You're welcome, Susan. So with Melissa, so in regards to that, so if I was connecting with someone and they were asking me, okay, Scott, I'm ready, how do we start? Well, Melissa, here's how we start. I want you to forget about the business, because if you don't fall in love with what I fell in love with, which was my product experience and my results, you're never going to want to talk about this. So Melissa, would you ever recommend me to go to a restaurant that you've never ate the food at, that you just heard that it was good? No. But if you ate at a restaurant, you had a great meal, you would rant and rave about it. So in regards to this, I want you to start the same way that I did, which is basically getting your experience. So between healthy aging, weight loss, energy, and performance, if I can coach you and I can show you how to get the slightest bit of change in any one of those areas that means the most to you, where you would then feel comfortable sharing it with others, what area of your own personal health could I assist with right now? So you lead with the opportunity, you take the opportunity away, and then you lead with the products or service or benefit, whatever you do for people. Then all the pressure is taken off of their shoulders, because now they know that they're coming into this for the right reason. So they will let you know when they're ready to then move forward. Because if someone said, Melissa, yes, I'm ready. Great. Here's what you need to do. We're going to pick a program out for you. We got weekly calls. We got events. We have all this. And you unload all of this stuff on people. It's going to drive them away. So you want people being open to first the opportunity, but also being open to why do we do this? Because we want to help other people, or you're in a business that does this, that, or the other. So it's about how we can help and provide a benefit and provide a resource for others. So you always lead with the opportunity and you close on the product, service, or good. So Melissa, great question. So I still have about 10 minutes. Hello from Indonesia. Welcome. So again, I still have about 10 minutes, so I can take any other questions that you have. Again, for those that are watching live, thank you so much. For those that are on the replay, just again, if anyone ever wants a free 15-minute coaching session, you just have to direct message me, inbox me, and I'd be happy to set something up with you to tell you a little bit more about what I do and how I do this. But again, any other questions? If this is resonating at any point while I'm talking about this, please thumbs up, hearts, smiley faces, just so I know you guys are with me and you are understanding the benefits to this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. So any other questions, literally ask me anything you want. I want you guys understanding exactly how this works. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate you, brother. So again, don't put too much thought into all of this. This is a numbers game. Facebook, the other thing that the big difference between Facebook and LinkedIn is you have to sit back and wait. I'm not familiar with LinkedIn. Does it have the capacity for both personal and business profiles, and do you connect them? I like being able to connect my fan. So here's the thing. Your profile page, there's no point to having a business and personal page on LinkedIn. You need to have one profile page, one, that's it. And that profile page is a representation of you personally and professionally, and there is no capacity. Again, I went from 600 connections to just under 15,000 connections in a year and a half. And there's no limit. You could literally send 1,000 connections every single day to build your network. You know, I typically send out between 25, 50, 75 connections every day of people that I feel I could do the most things with. That's what it's about. You know, it's just different than fan pages and everything else. It's much, much different. So you have to understand, people are, since everyone is using Facebook, everyone is so used to it. So depending upon the different business opportunities that you have, you know, that's why LinkedIn is so great, because you can put every business, every opportunity on one profile. Because the more that you have on there, the more that you're going to come up on specific searches. So if you just put one thing, you're only going to come up in one type of network. So if you're into nutrition, if you're into real estate, if you have a regular full-time job, you want everything on there that you do, so you can come up in that many different networks to connect with those types of people. So you want to include the whole laundry list of what you do. So great question. So again, thank you for those that are joining. I have about 8 minutes left until I jump off onto my next call. So please again, awesome. And again, if anyone would like to know more specifically, please reach out. I'm happy to set up a free 15-minute coaching session. Could this work with a different network? Yeah, I mean, it can work with any network, Doug. It really doesn't matter. You basically create your own network by the people you search and connect with. That's the beauty of LinkedIn. You create your own network. It doesn't create you. Facebook is a representation of where you've lived, where you currently live, where you went to high school, where you grew up, where you went to overnight camp, where you worked, where you did work. LinkedIn, it could be created around anything that you want. So if I just wanted a network of all personal trainers, since that's what I did most of my career, that's where I would build my network. But you can connect with anyone. If you have a passion for real estate, connect with other real estate agents. It gives you the ultimate leverage. But here's the other thing, is that Facebook, you have to kind of sit back and wait for people to reach out to you. Yes, you can actively network on LinkedIn or on Facebook, but you can do the reaching out on LinkedIn that you can't on Facebook. One more question. I rocked social media for an online company and made them a bunch of money. I left there employed, now the online stinks. I don't want to include them in my... Yeah, I mean, Susan, you don't have to include anything you don't want. You can create it any which way you want. So include or exclude anything you do or do not want. It's your profile. You can design it the way that you want. Yeah, Steve, you know, it's... Most people ignore it because they're not sure what to do, and that's where I was. But I was sick and tired of just sitting around and waiting for people to reach out to me on Facebook. And yes, I still love doing the happy birthdays and connecting with my network and thanking people for liking and supporting my posts. But my real passion is really, you know, changing more lives. And I can't wait for people to reach out to me when they're ready, because that's what it is. It's a waiting game. It's catching people at the right moment for them to say, you know what, the pain's great enough. I'm going to reach out to Steve to see what he does. I want to reverse that. I want to connect with people that might not know they're ready for a change yet. and I might have caught them at a good time where they were thinking about it and I sent them a message. And you want the law of numbers so far in favor that, success is the inevitable. It's going to happen. But if you're sitting back and waiting for people to connect with you and reach out to you on Facebook and you're only having 1 to 3 conversations a week, that's not going to build a business. You want to have 5 to 6 conversations a day. I have 8 calls set up from LinkedIn today. 8. And I'm still setting up more. I have 3 tomorrow and I have 3 already set up on Thursday and a couple set up on Friday. So you want the law of numbers in your favor so that you build the type of business that you want. You don't want to sit back in your chair. You want to be leaning into it every single day. So that's the big thing. So again, guys, if this is resonating, hearts, thumbs up, smiley faces, just so I know you guys are with me. I have about 5 minutes left. So I have time for 1, maybe 2 more questions. So please, if you're on here live, please ask. Again, if you're on the replay, you can still ask your questions. I am happy to get back to them. And again, you can always shoot me an inbox or a direct message. Thank you, guys. Grateful and appreciate you. So at this point, I have time for 1 more question. I got about 4 minutes till I wrap this. So please, anything specific you would like to ask before we wrap this up, please get those questions in. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Facebook now has a live world map. Why can I see they're live from? I'm not really sure. That's a great question. So do you have more resources for LinkedIn tips? Yeah, Susan, if you want, send me an inbox. There's a lot of resources that I have. I try to do these live trainings as much as I can. But I do specific things with it. Yes, all the above, Susan. Send me a message and we can definitely connect. But again, guys, don't miss out, because here's the thing. What you guys have to realize in a nutshell, that the idea of any business that you're in, it's about the amount of people that you can reach, you can touch, you can impact, and lives that you can change. If you just have Facebook, and this is what scared me onto LinkedIn, if Facebook happened to have a bug or they needed to shut down operations for a week or 2 to figure things out because there was a bunch of hacking going on or this, that, or the other, and they had to shut it down, I took a look in the mirror and I'm like, wow, that's the only way I'm really connecting with people. And I use Instagram and I use Twitter, I use all those other things, but there's no real direct connection there. And I said, well, what about LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a great way to connect with people that are just like me. And I went on there and it completely changed my life. And it can change your life and your business. And everything is scary. I was talking to one of my friends this morning and I said to her, I said, how many calls are you getting a week from Facebook? And she said, little to none. I said specifically, she said between 0 and 2 a week. I said, so is it fair to say that you're getting frustrated? And she said, yes. I said, but you're still using Facebook, right? And she said, yes. I said, so why not continue using LinkedIn, even if you're not getting the amount of calls that you want, at least the opportunities there? I guarantee you there's people on here right now that are thinking the same thing. I'm not having that many conversations on Facebook, but I still continue to do it because I know it works. LinkedIn works too. You just have to start using it. So again, guys, I got to jump off. I'm grateful and love all of you so much. Thank you for those that have asked those questions again. For those that are on live, thank you. For those that are on the replay, thank you. Continue to ask your questions. I'd be happy to get back to you. And again, please inbox me, direct message me. I'd be happy to talk to you more about what I do. You guys have a great rest of your day. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Grow yourself, grow your business, grow your connections, grow your reaching out, but grow your impact. Everyone have a beautiful day, and I'll speak to you soon. Love you guys.